In a challenge that can only be described as unnecessary, we work towards the legend rank as we attempt a Hearthstone Nuzlocke, where the only rules are, there are no rules. Except, of course, these rules. The wheel will randomly select our deck. On a loss, the deck is removed from our list. If we upgrade from bronze to silver, we get to choose one of our decks to come back to our list, and we need to try to get as high rank as possible in the month of February before we run out of decks. Let's get into it. Hello Snugglebugs, welcome to today's Hearthstone Nuzlocke randomizer video, if you will. We are at Diamond 10. We're going to be trying to get to Diamond 5 with the last 4 decks we have left, so let's see if we can't get that climb started on a good note with some Mining Paladin. Admittedly one of the better decks, so let's go. Alright, looks like we're going against a Druid. I mean, we do have a nice 1, 2, possibly 3. Reno Dragon Druid, probably? Like Reno Druid. With the Straza. Do we go with the Foul Egg, just so we can get the Hand of a Doll? Yeah, now, especially now that we have the Boogie down. Because we can Hand of a Doll, coin a Boogie down, and play Boogie down, if we have the space, like if they can keep us clean. One of the only, I don't want to say hopes, because mining Paladin as a whole is just pretty strong. One of our best ways to beat a deck like this, where they don't have massive board removal and things like that, is just to flat out... I don't really need to draw. I wonder if doing this is better. That way we can get the 3-3. But we can just kind of flat out overwhelm them with board pressure. So like 3-3, we cleared their board. Like I said, we'll coin out Boogie down. We'll get out a few minions. We'll probably play Boogie down. That'll give us enough room because they're 3 each. So we'll have 7 minions across the board, which is pretty strong. Okay, I see you. I see you. We will coin Boogie down. Now, admittedly, a little dry. It makes me want to do something like Hand of a Doll and put the egg and trade, but I do still think Boogie down is the best way to go, especially because we only have 3 1-cost cards left in the deck. So if we don't play it now, we'll lose value of it over time. Anyway. Okay, natural causes. They have a pretty good... I will say, much better response for the early game than I was expecting, so good for them. Makes it much more interesting. Yeah, like I said, this kind of makes me want to Boogie down, but getting both the Sanguine Soldiers out as well is actually pretty important. Plus, I guess in theory, I could just swing face as well. I was tempted to trade, but it's okay. We have technically 3 minions on the board that can trade into these 2 health minions. Again, it shouldn't have wide removal. Now, when things like Swipe come back into the core set, the next rotation, hands are very dry, that might make these decisions a bit more difficult. Ship some on me. Oh, myself. A little bit of monster. I've not been sleeping. I do like to share, I guess, a little bit of stuff. I've not been sleeping very well lately, and I'm not sure why, but could be the caffeine, to be honest with you. It could be the caffeine. Even though I drink it in the morning, it could be doing something to me, but at the same time, it makes it easier to get through the day with it, so that is just me. Well, it's not just me. I feel like there's a lot of people addicted to caffeine, and it's a problem. This is... okay. I mean... haven't seen Groovy Cat in a while, actually. You know what? I mean, we kind of just have to do it, right? We do the bubble trade, Hand of a Doll, probably just Shroomskavate. Yeah. Punch punch. It gives us sets us up for lethal next turn, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. They had 35 health. And they actually were pretty good at slowing us down. It's just the Shroomskavate. I mean, I guess the idea is it's a win more card, which is like why I guess I would say it's technically fine. It's very powerful in circumstances like this where you get a card that sticks and you can buff it up and then attack with it twice. But at the same time, if you don't have a minion, it's literally 3 mana do nothing, so it's like a dead card. So I guess they kind of have to balance that. I still feel like, especially with the amount of buffs and stuff that are in Paladin today, It could probably be a 4-mana card and still be really good, but the issue is in Shaman, I could be wrong, but in Shaman as a 4-mana card, it would probably just never see play, right? So there's some balance there. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Didn't even have to do any diggy jar jar do for that victory. Just get out the 1-cost minions and punch face really hard. Did we play anything other than 1-cost minions for? No, we did not. For minions, that's interesting. Okay, well, that's at least one victory, just to show you we are in Diamond 10. I guess just to make sure. Oh, I guess it was in the bottom left-hand corner this whole time, but that's all right. Let's give us another spin, see what we have for game number 2. Uno dos. Mining Paladin again. Again, now that we're down to 4 decks or whatever, that's bound to happen. So I guess we're just gonna go diggy jar jar do into game number 2. Okay, little 1-2 drops. Since we don't have a way to trigger the egg, we will start with the Sanguine Soldier. We are against the Death Knight. More than likely Plague. It's gonna be my guess. Could be wrong, but more than likely Plague. Oh, that's kind of annoying for me. That means they can just use both of these to take out our Hi-Ho Silverwing and our Sanguine Soldier. But at least we'll get a draw. Well, I missed 2 damage to the face. That's unfortunate. Wow, very aggressive, I would say. Yep, they can do that. Sure. Pop. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I was them, I'd probably just go Fate. Yeah, no, that's smart. I understand. I understand that quite a bit. Well, we'll hero power ourselves, and then we're gonna play a Sanguine Soldier. And as weird as it is, I think... No, we have to trade here. Yeah. So they got to be some kind of corpse-based Death Knight. I was wrong, I'm guessing. Ooh, Boogie Down. Just realized that's a good little top deck right before we hit, our good draw before we hit 4 mana. Wow, the brain sails. Ooh, shoot. I won't even be able to take that out anytime soon. But here's what it is. We're just going to Boogie Down. Getting things like the Miracle Salesman at Hand of a Doll will hopefully let us do the trade there. Yeah. Ooh, lots of draw. Punch, punch, punch. So now Hand of a Doll will not deal with this trade. We could trade the Snake Oil first. I have to remember to try to do my best to actually trade those things first. It's acceptable when I say that we make mistakes, we try to learn from them. And I've done pretty good on the channel the last couple of years of taking people's advice, but for some reason, the whole trading first thing has still not really been my forte. Now, we still trade first. These two together allow me to make the trade here, but I'm not actually even sure if that's the right play. I think we might go Foul Egg. Because, like, they've already drawn so much. I don't think I'm really as concerned here. Let me Hand of a Doll. Told y'all I was tired. Oh no, I'm gonna lose my Mining Paladin because I decided to play this first thing in the morning. Oh no, that's a mistake. Keeper Strength is not strong enough. Let's see. Not even close. Let's dig. That's not enough there. But this is... That's a holy spell. So I was going to put that down to 2. That's 5. It's only 9. Shoot, I almost had enough to punch this. I take 10 to the face, but... I mean, we might just have to, right? There's really nothing... Take 10 to the face, they have lethal. Oh, they just have lethal anyway. Would have making that trade made a difference last turn? I don't think so. I feel like this wouldn't have either because what they've played, they've already drawn. I'm just trying to see if my misplays really mattered. I don't think they did. Punch, punch. And just on my turn, I'll open it in the face. Yeah, I mean, missing the 2 damage face obviously didn't end up mattering. Buffing this and trading into 1/1 I don't think mattered either. So, yeah, I don't think my misplays ended up mattering. Now, that being said, we potentially could have eliminated some of the damage on the board. Keeper Strength wouldn't have been enough either, because if a Keeper Strength, we would have got rid of the 4/4s. 4/4 and the 3/3, but then they would have had 18 damage, which would have been enough for lethal. I guess not on the same turn, would have been 2 turns away. So, in hindsight, that might have been the better play. But, I mean, whether it was a mistake or not, feel terrible losing out on, again, probably either our best or second best deck right at the end of the line. But, again, sometimes misplays and being tired affects your climb, and that's just what we're doing here. And we are coming up to an end with we've got a little Highlander Shaman. I can't do the Eddie Guerrero shake as well as I wish I could, but, you know, it's alright. Let's go see if we have better luck with the Shaman. Alright, we're against a Warlock, which, with these cards, definitely not strong. Okay, alright. Need a Rock Totem. Get us some armor. I'm gonna guess that they are... Sludge. Wow, my brain. Like a Sludge Fatigue type deck. That seems to be the most common Warlock deck we play. I will say, seeing the base Hero Portrait is something you don't see every day. Oops, what do they play there? Neither is this. So, we're going to go back to a previous video and in my head and kind of just think, you know, maybe this is a good win for us. Anyway, you know what? We're going to put the Rock back in the deck. A lot of this hand isn't very good. Asslor obviously is, but the rest of it can be a little bit too slow. We need some more stuff. And we'll get the Needle Rock Totem to proc. Ooh, Backstage Bouncer. If my 1/3 Murloc lives, Backstage Bouncer will be pretty good to value trade and morph it. They are not Sludge, I don't believe. The potential bot, I'll say, potential bot. Would be using sludges, so Steam Cleaner's probably not super importante. And yeah, as I say, if it's smart, it'll attack this. Boop. Probably take 1 trade into that and hit me in the face. It's not a very good use of Spirit Bomb, but it does prevent me from using the Backstage Bouncer. Unless they leave my miner alive. Which they do. Good. Good. Oh, wait. Maybe I spoke too soon. That's alright. Punch face. Give me 2 frogs. Then we'll get Dr. Holiday out and get even more frogs. I feel like I'm just gonna keep saying, just to be safe, just in case. I feel like the potential bot counter, or the seems to be taunt, right? Anytime you get some taunt out, it seems to really just mess up the game plan. And for anyone out there who is playing exact decks like these, and if I am calling, if it's made it sound like I'm saying you're a bot, I do apologize if that is not the case. Ooh, that is also pretty strong, but it's just my guess, right? So if you are watching and you are playing decks like this, let me know in the comments down below, and I will maybe try not to call that out as often, but it does seem to be an issue currently, so. I guess it would be an issue one way or the other, right? Because either it's an issue that there's a bunch of bots running around, or there's an issue where obviously the game has gotten to a point where everyone has to only play, you know, the core set and things like that, because that's all they can get, which means the game needs to do better at giving more stuff away. Which, admittedly, I haven't done the new player experience, but I've seen a few videos on it, and from my understanding, it's a lot better than it used to be. Kind of just honestly want to jam session Shroomscavate. Because, like I said, I think we're just in a spot where, yeah, we're just setting up ourselves to win next turn. Yeah, okay, well, it's a little bit of a weird video. This one, we had our Mining Paladin opener with the win. We had our Mining Paladin loss, which again, I know I misplayed. Don't get me wrong, I know I did. There's one, literally, obviously, where I forgot to attack, but I don't think that cost me the game. I think I was going to lose that either way, just based on how strong of a start our opponent had. I didn't think bots surrendered, though. So, interesting. But yeah, that's like, and then of course we have this game. So whether it's against a bot or not, it was not a lot going on. But again, it's all part of it. Technically, we're only moving ahead 1 diamond. I will throw it out there that yes, we only have 3 decks, but even if we try to get to diamond 5, if we do win enough, we may, here I'm going to call it at 3 games, but soon we may end up trying to up it to 4 or 5 games, because if we do end up winning that often and keep going, we literally won't have enough time in the month. So let me know any of your thoughts on how the series has been progressing. I'll be doing a final thoughts probably when it's over, but thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.